Woo! Dude, that's good, man.
Oh my gosh.
외국의 한국 음식을 소개하고 알릴 때 비빔밥과 함께 많이 언급되는 음식 중 하나가 불고기입니다. 지역에 따라 차이는 있지만 양념의 재와 부드러워진 고기를 한국 특유의 화로에 둘러앉아 구워 먹으며 맛도 재미도 느낄 수 있어 외국에서도 인기죠. 불고기를 직접 조리해 먹는 외국인들이 늘어남에 따라 재료와 레시피도 정말 다양해지는 것 같습니다. 외국인들은 나름의 불고기 조리법을 누구에게 배울까요? 4명의 요리 영상을 통해 확인해 보겠습니다.
Venison bulgogi. Let's go.
It'd be wise to take that out because it is tough, and for this bulgogi recipe, it wouldn't render out in time, so I like to trim these out. We're just gonna slice it against the grain, super thin, about 1/8 of an inch thick.
We're just finely chopping it.
We're gonna throw it in the blender.
Grenade. Okay.
Nice. Okay, one more stir. Here we have some fermented soybean paste. We all know what this is. The famous gochujang, fermented red pepper paste. Whew. It's got such a unique smell. A little bit of honey. A little bit of sesame oil. Last but not least, a clove of garlic.
That's beautiful little barbecue sauce.
Some saying. Bulgogi means fire, the bul part, I think, and the gogi means meat, so fire meat. Traditionally, it's done over charcoal grill, but also very common to do it in a cast iron or carbon steel skillet. Should only take about 30 seconds. Side, slightly brown.
Oh, this is perfect.
Oh. Lettuce. Little bit of rice, you know, you don't need too much. Some venison, bulgogi. Put 2 on there, why not? A little of the barbecue sauce. Oh, we're supposed to wrap this as tight as possible into a little package. Joy. Woo! Dude, that's good, man. Venison bulgogi, 10 for 10, delicious. That is the first one I've had and the best one I've had.
Today, we're making the Korean classic bulgogi. I love this dish. It translates to fire meat. You know it's going to be good. It's so easily customizable and it's packed full of flavor.
So this is one of my favorite dishes, and the first time I had it was well over a decade ago. My friend Song made his grandmother's recipe for me, and I was just totally smitten. One of the reasons that it's so flavorful is you make this sauce called samjang, and it is built on 2 really delicious fermented pastes. We have a 1/4 cup of doenjang. So this is fermented soybean paste, and it's packed with umami, savoriness, and some good salt. This forms the backbone of this sauce. The next one is gochujang. So they're both jangs, which is a fermented paste or sauce in Korean food. They're so savory and they add complexity to tons of dishes. So this is a tablespoon of gochujang. This adds sweetness and spice, again, a little bit more savoriness as well. Right. If you have a good Korean market near you, they sell gorgeous thinly sliced steak. It's like machine sliced,
Right.
and absolutely go for that. It is made for it, it's wonderful. If you don't have access to it, this is a really easy way to do it yourself. And you can obviously choose the cut that you want. Ribeye is really nice and tender, takes up flavor really nicely, and it's a favorite for this for sure. So that we're cutting against the grain as we go down, and just go as thin as we can. We're gonna start with a 1/4 cup of onion. We've got a 1/4 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, more and more flavor. I have 4 cloves of garlic, tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, and then finally a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. So I'm gonna process this for about 30 seconds until it's nice and smooth. So we're gonna go right into our beef here.
Oh,
So I'm just gonna stir this to combine and make sure all of it is covered in that nice marinade. And we're gonna get all of our beef in at once. Okay, so I see no more rosy beef in there. That means we are done. Oh, looks so good.
that looks brilliant. Oh my gosh.
So good. It is time to eat. And this is one of the most fun and interactive things to eat as well. So the way that Song showed me how to do it, we can do it together.
Okay.
Is start with a beautiful piece of red leaf lettuce, and then a dab of our samjang, and then just a little bit of beef. You don't need a lot. You really loved it with a little bit of sliced raw garlic. Just wrap it all up into a tidy little package,
Little bundle.
little bundle, and then you just pop it all in.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
You go ahead. This is why I love bulgogi so much. Everybody is so intense.
The samjang adds so much complexity and punch. And then that garlic, I love that. Just, it's a sharpness that kind of washes it all. It's really nice.
Fight you for that one.
I got my own.
I'll fight you for that one.
A lot of fighting going on here.
Yeah.
I'm showing you how to make Korean beef bulgogi. My dad actually lived in Korea several years before I was born, and this is one of the recipes that he brought back with him, so I happen to actually grow up eating beef bulgogi. It's really easy to make and starts out with thinly sliced beef. You can use sirloin or ribeye, but today I'm using flank steak. We're gonna slice this against the grain into small strips. It starts with 1/3 cup soy sauce, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds, 1 tablespoon sesame oil, 1/2 teaspoon each of crushed red pepper flakes, and ground ginger, 3 cloves of minced garlic. We'll just mix this together. Then we'll cover this with plastic wrap and let it marinate for 1 hour. My dad always made this on the grill, a charcoal grill to be specific. But today I'm going to show you how to make it indoors on a grill pan, but you could also use just a simple large skillet. Heat this skillet over a nice high heat or your grill and lay out your strips so that they can cook. Since these are so thin, they actually cook really fast and only need a few minutes per side. Once your meat no longer has any raw spots, you are ready to eat. It's easy to make and oh so delicious. It'll quickly become a family favorite. Oh my gosh. So good. I've loved this dish forever.
Awesome, so venison bulgogi, super easy dish, minimal effort for maximum reward. It's, just thinly sliced wapiti shoulder in a marinade and then, quick sear on the barbecue. Yeah, you can do it for 2 hours or overnight. We've got some shoulder here, so maybe just thinly slice that.
Yeah, awesome.
I think what's great about this dish as well is that we're utilising, shoulder meat, which is typically kind of overlooked with venison. Perfect for a long marinade and a really quick sear. And we're just going to marinate it with a little bit of white wine.
Bit of soy.
Yeah, a bit of soy, good tablespoon of that as well. A thumb of ginger.
Any garlic in this one?
Yeah, I reckon just a nice clove of garlic in that would be great.
Yeah.
So this dish is passed down from my grandparents. They both used to have a deer farm. They traded the velvet from the deer to South Korea with a Korean family, and so the dish is actually passed over from the Korean, the South Korean family that used to come over and trade with my granddad. And I always have these memories of Granddad kind of standing around the barbecue at gatherings and parties, and you could just tell he was so proud of what he'd kind of created and the meat. Awesome. So we've got everything in there now. We're just going to give it a couple of hours and a little marinade, and then we'll come back to it and give it a really hot, fast sear on the cast iron. So the bulgogi's had a couple of hours just marinating. We've been for a quick dip, and she's ready to get on the hot plate. It's a really hot pan for this, so it doesn't take long at all. We're going to cook this on a really rapid high heat, just moving it around. You can really start to see that colour just changing straight away. You can really start to smell the garlic and the ginger working, that sesame.
So bright.
Yeah.
So much going on, eh?
It's such an easy dish for beginners to cook. I think it's not very intimidating because you've got that marinade in there, so it's not going to dry out. It's perfect to serve with rice, or just have like this just by itself as kind of almost like a starter.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Let's tuck in. Get a bit of the grape and a bit of the meat. It's so earthy. That ginger. Wow.
Yeah, I think this is a dish that where the gaminess kind of is prevalent, like it's at the front, but it's being tamed by, you know, those big flavors like the ginger, the garlic, the soy and sesame. You know, we've got to say that how tender that is. Like we're hardly chewing and it's just falling apart. And you know, this is shoulder, which is unreal, you know.
Yeah, it's so unreal.
오늘 영상은 여기까지입니다. 구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정으로 응원해주세요.